Special treat for you today. The 9 at 9 All Downers. We have nothing but sad stories. The rest of your day will surely be better than this because it's going to be really depressing.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, number 9, we'll start this off with a very sad song. You all know Harry Chapin for his song Cats in the Cradle, which is also really depressing.
Yeah.
But
And the cat's in the cradle and a silver
we'll listen
Worse
here to
than this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll listen here to a bit of his song, Mr. Tanner. We'll hear a little and then explain how it ends. So Mr. Tanner is a dry cleaner in a small town in Ohio. He sings throughout the day. He has a beautiful voice. Here's the beginning of the song.
All right.
Mr. Tanner was a cleaner from a town in the Midwest. And of all the cleaning shops around, he'd made his the best. He also was a baritone who sang while hanging clothes. He practiced scares while pressing tails and
nice.
sang at local shows.
Okay, so we're starting out strong.
Yeah,
So all of Mr. Tanner's friends and customers tell him he has to try to sing professionally.
Yeah. Of course.
He's
Yeah.
reluctant, but he finds a concert agent in New York.
He's looking up.
There were plane tickets, phone calls, money spent to rent the hall. It took most of his savings, but he'd gladly used them all.
All right.
This is great.
Okay,
This
it's
is
moving along here.
He's chasing his
Okay,
dreams.
so he has spent his entire life savings to rent a concert hall, and some critics come out to see him, and it's a disaster. They all pan him and even say, this is not a person who can be a professional singer. Here's the end of the song when he has to go back to Ohio and his dry cleaning business.
Oh, boy.
He came home to Dayton and was questioned by his friends, but he smiled and just said nothing, and he never sang again.
Oh, boy.
Excepting very late at night when the shop was dark and closed. He sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes.
Oh, boy.
So he sang softly to himself as he sorted through the clothes. That's a
That's a
downer.
It
downer.
is a
The
downer.
goal of that, I think it's what's the guy's name? Harry
Harry
Chapin.
Chapin,
Yeah.
I think he's trying to discourage other people from pursuing their goals. Is what I think he's trying to do.
Yeah.
He's like, there's enough of us here. I don't need any more
Right.
competition.
That's
That's what I
true.
think.
Well, you wonder also, is he good or bad? Because the people said he's good, but the critics were like, no, you suck.
Yeah.
So you don't know who to listen to anymore.
This is why you got to be honest with your friends.
That is
right?
probably the truth there. Robin, you don't have the best voice out there. Got a nice personality.
Yeah,
though.
That's all I
Really?
got.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's the sad one.
Number 8, this is a good one because at first, like that song, it seems like a happy story, but it's not. It's a downer. You know how high school athletes who are being recruited have a big event with hats on the table,
Yeah.
and then they choose the school where they will play?
Yeah.
Well, 6'5", 290-pound football player Kevin Hart, not that Kevin Hart, had one of those events at his school in Nevada.
All right.
In 2008, his family and friends and teachers and coaches gathered as he sat with one hat for Oregon and one hat for Cal. He chose Cal. Woohoo! Except he wasn't recruited by Cal
Oh, no.
or any other big-time football school. Poor kid made the whole thing up.
No.
He said he wanted to play football at a Division I school more than anything.
Oh, no.
When he realized that wasn't going to happen, he made up his own reality. Within days, it was clear the whole thing wasn't true.
No.
The poor kid apologized profusely. He did end up playing Division II football
That's
a
good
few
enough.
years later. But, you know,
That is a downer on so many levels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
you know he was called Cal for the rest of his football career.
Boy.
Well, these first two stories are a lesson in self-awareness. You have to know
True.
where you
Yeah.
belong.
Yeah.
Right?
I like
On the
you.
stage or in the dry cleaners singing.
Yeah.
Or, you know, D1, D2. You got to know.
Yeah. Look at Mr. Brightside over here.
Right?
Always thinking positively.
All right, number 7. Bet you didn't know the story of the guy from Murphy Brown was a downer. Robert Pastorelli was a fan favorite on the sitcom. sitcom from the 90s. He played Eldon, the house painter. He was also in several hit films like the movie Michael with John Travolta, Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Wow.
Anyway, he had quite a career going for him. Here's a clip of him on Murphy Brown.
Now I'm no longer doubtful of what I'm living for. And if I make you happy, I don't need to do more. 'Cause you make me feel, I'm Eldon, the painter. You scared the hell out of me. I gotta tell you, you were getting much better at the end.
All right, well, there he is. But that was funny clip,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
this is not so funny. In 1999, his girlfriend died of a gunshot wound to the head. He claimed she killed herself. Authorities claimed that he killed her. Although Pastorelli was exonerated of responsibility, his career went on a slow, steady decline after that. Then he died of a drug overdose in 2004, and it gets worse later on. After his death, authorities revealed they had planned to actually arrest Pastorelli for the murder shortly before his death, and he knew it was coming. Sheesh, there's downer, and then there's
Yeah,
Wow.
that's tragic.
I feel like
tragic.
that should have been number one, so we could have gone straight to
Jeez,
commercial
now
after
I'm a little
that.
afraid of what's coming.
Oh, boy.
All right, well, let's keep moving along. It's bound to get worse. Number 6, here's a downer. We know the phones are really bad for kids. Yet we don't do anything about it. We just keep letting them use this thing that has so many downsides. On a podcast with Andrew Huberman, the social psychologist Jonathan Haidt has a metaphor for this.
Imagine that your children are having a life out in the real world. They're having adventures. They're doing things. They're building forts in the forest. They're doing all sorts of things. And then one day, a casino opens up nearby and it welcomes all the kids. And that's where they spend all their time, is in a casino. And they're in the care of a company that is trying to extract as much money as it can from them. And that's what they do 8 or 10 hours a day. It's an abomination to think that a casino could own our children's childhood. What if it wasn't a casino? What if it was a brothel for the boys? Would be more of interest, let's say.
Why?
Again, inconceivable that we would let that happen. But what we've done is we've said, well, what if it's Snapchat? What if it's Instagram? What if it's Facebook? Well, not so much Facebook. What if it's TikTok? These companies, these are some of the largest and most powerful companies in the world. They essentially own our children's childhood. This is where childhood is taking place, on a few giant for-profit platforms that use an advertising-based business model. So they are motivated, like the
boy.
casino,
Ain't wrong.
to keep them in.
Yeah.
Don't have a clock. Don't let them see what time it is. Keep them in. Don't let them click over to a link to another site. Keep them in. We somehow have ceded our children's childhood to giant companies that have shown that they don't really care about our kids' welfare. They care much more about profitability, and they care about their
Yes.
customers, who are the advertisers.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not wrong.
you're not wrong.
No. Boy, it's really getting to me now.
Thank God we're halfway through.
Right.
Come on. I can't take much more of this. All right, number
Yeah.
5, Larry,
Number
go.
5, if you're a fan of
To all the
Disney
heroes.
princesses,
Okay.
you may have noticed something.
All right.
Most of the mothers are dead.
Yeah.
Cinderella, dead mom, evil stepmother.
Yep.
Belle, dead mom, just a dad. Snow White, no mom.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid, mom free. Elsa and Anna, mom dies along with the dead. Jasmine from Aladdin, no mom. Pocahontas, dead mom.
Wow.
Nemo, very dead mom, killed before he was born. There's a theory behind this. It has to do with Walt Disney and his reported guilt over his own mother's death.
Oh, boy.
But that's not necessarily believable, since most of those Disney films were adapted from literature. But look at earlier Disney films. Dumbo's mom, locked up behind bars.
Yeah.
Bambi's mom,
Hit by
well,
a beer truck.
that didn't go well. It took a bullet from a
Oh,
hunter.
that's how she
Spoiler
went
alert.
down on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Well, how you feeling? Everyone all right
Not
so
good.
far?
Hanging
Let's muscle through.
All right.
Number 4, speaking of death, there's more. It's a club young celebrities never want to join.
Uh-oh.
God, the 27 Club. So many talented
yeah.
young artists died at 27. Jim Morrison, drugs. He was on heroin, died in his bathtub. Janis
Yeah.
Joplin, heroin.
Yeah.
Again, overdose, died in a hotel room. Jimi Hendrix, pills. Well, coroner said he aspirated his own vomit. But that's besides the case. Brian Jones, drowned.
Well,
But he was under the influence of booze and drugs. His liver and heart were enlarged by drug and alcohol abuse. John Michel Basquiat artist, drugs, heroin overdose. Kurt Cobain killed himself. Amy Winehouse. Is there more?
They're all at
Yeah.
age
They
27?
all died at
at
age
age-
27,
Oh, my Lord.
which is when I joined WGN. So
Yeah.
figuratively, you could say I died at 27.
Matched up, yeah.
All right, number 3. If you're not
boy.
depressed enough, take some time to watch this particularly touching moment from Forrest Gump.
Fish a lot. And every night we read a book. You're so smart, Jenny. You'd be so proud of him. I am. He wrote you a letter. And he says, I can't read it. I'm not supposed to, so I just leave it here for you.
Oh, boy.
I miss you, Jenny.
This one have a happy ending?
No, just we should dump out
it.
now. It's too
Yeah,
much.
even-
It's too much.
If there's anything you need, I won't be far away.
Okay.
This is nice.
Yeah, it's just. Oh.
You want someone to care once you're gone.
Oh, well, Forrest Gump had very low intelligence, and
Yeah, but he could play
Jenny
ping
had
pong.
died, but he had quite a life,
Yeah, he
full
did.
life.
Yeah. Owned
Look
the
at
shrimp
you.
restaurant.
Looking at you here on Miss Positive again also. You had a
This
full
is
life.
tough, tough. All right.
All right, number 2. This one's a downer too. Across in Japan, there are about 1.5 million people with a syndrome in which they have withdrawn from the world and live inside as recluses.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it's called Hakiko Mori syndrome. And to qualify for this, social scientists consider people who haven't left home in 6 months. It started a number of years back and has really gotten bad since COVID. Basically, some people feel overwhelmed and hopeless about societal pressures or negative experiences with peers and bad family dynamics. They're hopeless. They end up dropping out of school or work or relying on family while they stay indoors. It's gotten so bad that there are a good number of parents in their 80s who have to care for their kids in their 50s. So that's a downer. Less of a downer, I think, than some of the other downers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This morning, but still
Wow, we
qualifies as a downer.
All right, here we are at number 1. The Vietnam War draft. Imagine being between the age of 18 and 26 in 1969 and watching live on TV to see if your birthday will be picked to go
no.
fight in one of the most infamous wars in modern history.
Oh, no.
Now the 19-year-olds next year, those from 19 to 26 will be subject to the draft. So let's go down the list and give
This
you
was
the
broadcast on
ascending
TV?
order in which they were drawn tonight. We'll take them in blocks of 5. From the lowest number up to the highest. September 14th, April 24th, December 30th, February 14th. October 18th, September 6th, October 26th, September 7th, November 22nd, December 6th, August 31st,
Anyway,
December
okay, I
7th,
can't take anymore. I
July
got to tap
wow.
11th, July 12th,
Oh,
December
my gosh.
29th,
Maybe
Well.
Linda Kohlmeyer on that, huh?
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know how often we can do that.
Well, here's the thing. If the ratings come in and they're off the charts, great.
Yeah.
This is going to be like
Do it again tomorrow.
Friday, every Thursday will be like
Debbie Downer Day.
Debbie Downer Day.
That's our downer 9 and
That was-
9.
They were all qualified.